What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video here at SoCo Subi. So this video is kind of gonna be a different video. I no longer have a Subaru, so over the last 2 years I had a baby, and for Halloween we had another baby. So as far as trying to get a car to suit my family's needs, I ended up trading in my WRX for a 2018 Chevy Silverado. So today's video is just gonna kind of be about why I traded in my Subaru. You already know, just needed more room, 2 babies. But also I'm gonna give you some advice on how to trade in your vehicle. So here in my hometown, I worked for a dealership for about 8 months before I went back to my previous job. I had got laid off, and sorry. There we go. I had got laid off from my previous job, and I was out of work for about 8 months. So I went to sell cars. So I worked for a dealership here in my hometown. It was a Chevy dealership. I did that for about 8 months. So there's 3 main components on trading in your vehicle if you decide you want to trade it in and get something different. So number 1, I would say do the research on your own vehicle. See how much in your area it goes for retail as far as mileage, year, condition. See how much it goes for retail in your area, and what I guess creature comforts it comes with. So check your area, see what it goes for. You also want to check and see what trade-in value is. Don't use NADA. NADA is designed to screw you over $6 grand right off the top. NADA is a dealership product, so what it does is it's going to save the dealership $3 grand to make that off the top of whatever the resale is when they sell it, and also to save them $3 grand on any repairs that needs to be done to the vehicle if your vehicle's in horrible shape. And I'll tell you right now, Cali Blue Book trains us salesmen, well, them salesmen, I'm not a salesman no more, but trains the salesman how to trick you into saying what's wrong with your car without even telling you. So for instance, if I'm a salesman and I'm doing a walk around on your vehicle to take it in on trade, let's say you got a dent, I'm trained to touch it, and I'm hoping you're gonna say, oh, my son hit it with a baseball, or oh, my kids hit it, you know, whatever. Tires, I'm trained to touch the tires, and I'm hoping you're gonna say, oh, it needs new tires, or cracked windshield, oh, I got hit by a rock. I write all that down so that when I come back, and let's say your car, you know it's worth $21,000, but I come back with a $15,000 trade-in value, you're gonna be like, well, what the hell? Why is it so low? Well, that's why. Then I have ammo to tell you, oh, well, I gotta put new tires, I gotta put new windshield, I gotta fix the dent. So that's why they're trained to do that. So don't use Cali Blue Book, use Edmunds, use NADA, and also go to different dealerships and see what they'd give you trade-in. So once you have done your research of that, of how much it's going for in your area, what you could get for it at auction, what trade-in is, and what resale is, whatever, then you can add them all up, divide it by however many entries or whatever you looked up to figure this number out. Divide it by that, get your overall average number, and then you take about $2,500 to $3 grand off the top of that. So my car, for instance, retails about $27,500. Trade-in is anywhere from 21 to 20, about 21 to 18, depending on no, 22.5 to 18, depending on what the condition is of the vehicle. My car was brand new. It had 29,000 miles. I had 1 ding on the bumper. I was hoping to get 24.5 for it because retails 27.5. You take $3 grand off of that, that gives you your 24.5. So what they ended up doing was I bought a 2018 Chevy Silverado. It had 8 grand in rebates. So they used that to eat up my negative equity because I owed $31,300 on my car, and they gave me $24,500. I got what I wanted. So the difference was made on, well, they only gave me $22,500 for my car. They gave me 8 grand, and then they did another $2,000 rebate on the truck to show a rebate on the truck, even though I still got $24,500 for my car technically. They showed me the last $2,000 on the truck instead of the car, which helped my payment. So I was happy. Now with the new car, it's a little bit different. With the new car, the dealership owns the car like a lease kind of. So the manufacturer after 90 days is going to require the dealership to start paying them back. So if you go into a dealership and you want to buy a new car, think of 3 things. Ask how long it's been on the lot. If it's been more on the lot for 90 days, they're going to want to make a deal. If it has not been on the lot for more than 90 days, they're not going to want to make a deal. So ask them that. Now the sticker you see on the window, that's MSRP. That's not what the dealership owes it for. That's what they can sell and make a profit for. Always ask on a new car if it has a rebate, because by law, me being a salesman, let's say for instance you come in, you look at a car and I know it has a $10,000 rebate, but you don't ask me about the rebate, I don't have to tell you, because technically I'm not breaking the law. I can't tell you it don't have one. I can't lie to you, but if you don't ask, I don't have to tell. But if you ask, I have to tell. So always ask for a rebate if there's one available on that car and see it on paper. Second, ask for the dealer manifest sheet, the invoice sheet. That's going to tell you how much the dealership owns that vehicle for. So the sticker might say $45,900, but the dealership probably owns it for $35,500. So now you have $10,000 to play with, and they can't deny to show you that. They have to show you that. So that'll show you what you have to play with and what the dealership can make off of that vehicle. And it only works for new cars. Used cars are a little bit different. I'll go into that a little bit later. And third, always get pre-approved. Never go through financing in the dealership, because they say they shave points. If you get qualified for 5% interest rate through the dealership, you probably really in reality got qualified for like 2 or 3%. They save on that 3% because it does save them money. It does make money for them. So even though you qualify for 3, they're going to tell you 5 on that 2%. They pocket that money. And kind of like a bonus thing that you want to know about, extra warranties, extended warranties, it's all bullshit. You're going to pay a shitload of money for an extra warranty, and the dealership's going to find any way possible, if you ever use it, to not try to use it. They're going to try to find a way to say you messed up and you didn't follow the warranty protocol, and 9 times out of 10 they're going to win. So extra warranty is bullshit. If your car doesn't last 3 to 5 years with the factory warranty comes with on a new car, then you don't need it. So fuck it, don't do it. I wouldn't do it. So that's that on a new car. Get pre-approved. Always ask for the invoice sheet. And when it comes to trade-in, fight for your car. Fight for what it's worth, because they're going to screw you over $6,000. Now when it comes to a used car, it's a little bit different. When they own a used car, let's say for instance my car, they showed me $24,500. They got it for sale right now for $28,500. They're going to make a profit off of that. They got about $3,000 to play with. So if you're upside down on your vehicle a lot, a used car is not the way to go. But if you do want to buy a used car, go in there and down the throat on a lift. Look at it. Look under it. A lot of people make the mistake. They try to crawl under the ground and look under there. And I would say 8 out of 10 people will not crawl under that car and look under it, just because fuck that, you know? It should be a good car if they're selling it. In reality, they might tell you we're going to fix the windshield, the tires, the this, the that, the that. They might fix some of those, but not everything. And especially if there's a major engine problem, they're going to find a way to get that check engine light to turn off and still sell the vehicle. So always throw it on a lift, look under it. And pretty much with the used car, that's about all you can do. Still get pre-approved. Do your homework on your trade-in value. Do your homework on that car. See if they have it priced right. All the same things you did to look for your trade-in value. Check on the retail of a used car that you're trying to buy. See how much that car sells for in other areas in the state that you live in, with the same mileage, the same creature comforts, everything, and see if they have it priced right. And excuse me. So that's my advice to you on buying a vehicle. A new car is the way to go if you're going to trade in and you're upside down a lot. But do your homework. Definitely do your homework, because these dealerships are very, very decisive, and you will make a mistake. So do your homework and do what you got to do. I am right now in my truck. It is a 2018 Chevy Silverado. I got a 1500. I don't need no diesel. So a lot of people, oh, get a Duramax. I don't need no fucking diesel. I don't pull nothing heavy. And I just basically needed the room. My daughters fit great. I love the truck. So it's a 2018 Chevy Silverado. It has the Alti 2 package. It's not a Z71. It does have the e-assist. So I was kind of up in the air about e-assist because it does make it seem like a hybrid. It does have electric motor. It helps with shifting gears, and it helps with first initial acceleration, and it has the auto stop start. So when you come to a stop, the truck shuts off, which was hard to get used to at first, but I do have an option to turn that on and off. Now, I have ran it with it on, and I have ran it with it off, and I must say my gas mileage with it on is unbelievable in this truck. It outdoes my WRX by almost 100 miles, and I'm not saying, I understand it's got about 7 more gallons of gas in there, but even my miles per gallon has gone up from about 26.7 average to about 29.5 average. So it's definitely worth it. It's got Apple CarPlay, all the goodies. So what I'm gonna do is I'm getting my windows tinted right now. I will be back in a few minutes. It's gonna seem a lot longer to me than you, but I'll do a little review on my truck and we'll go from there, peeps. Cool. One last thing, guys, about the used car thing. Always ask them for an invoice sheet of what repairs were done to the car before they sold it. That's one thing I forgot to tell you. If they say they fixed the window, they fixed the tire, they fixed paint, they had to do oil change, timing belt, anything like that, if they really did do it, they should have record of that. So always ask for that, and it'll be there. It should be there. So to start off on the inside of my truck, since I'm driving home right now, this is the inside of my Silverado. I love it. I got the bench seat here in the middle, but like I said, it's a 2018 Chevy Silverado. I've got about 1,500 miles on it now. I've waited a few weeks to do this video, but it's got the Apple CarPlay, it's got e-assist, it's got just everything that I want, you know. It's got remote start, teen driver, valet mode. It's got the carry conceal box in the dash right there. It's got a lock on it for if you're traveling into different states that don't allow a carry conceal license, or if it's got to be in a vehicle locked, it's got that as well. I did get the crew cab. I do have the 6.5 foot bed. With the e-assist package, you do get the leather tonneau cover. It's a 4-piece panel flip up tonneau cover, and I do have the tow package. So I do have the trailer packaging to throw a hitch on there. This one does come with the 5.3 V8 with the e-assist hybrid motor. It's got 383 horsepower. The stock out 5.3 comes 383 horsepower with about 385 torque, I believe, 365 torque. And with the e-assist, since you do have the electric motor, the torque goes up to about 420. So the torque band is a lot better with the electric e-assist motor. I do have the power folding mirrors. You do have the auto dimming rear camera, or not camera, the auto dimming rear mirror. And then this does have a backup camera. That's where I got kind of confused with. Sorry about that. I do have just plenty of room. I love everything here. Apple CarPlay. If you have a car with Apple CarPlay, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't have Apple CarPlay, there's YouTube videos on there on how it works, and Apple CarPlay is amazing. Android CarPlay, they do have one for the Android operating system, and it's amazing. It's kind of cool because if you have a car that is Android or Apple compatible for Apple CarPlay or Android CarPlay, if you don't have navigation, like what it does is it projects certain apps on your phone onto your big screen here. Now I have my phone, and that's what I'm recording this video with, is my phone. Since I can't plug it in, I can't really show you at the moment, but it's pretty awesome, man. Like, you just got so many access to text messaging. You hold down the button, you can talk to Siri, you can answer text messages, send text messages, all in the push of a button. And it's a good option to have, especially if you're a person that's really busy as far as friends, whatever, always texting you, calling you, and whatnot. It's a good option to have. So definitely something that I like in this truck is that option. In my old truck, I did used to have a 15 Silverado, but it didn't have none of that. They introduced Apple CarPlay and Android CarPlay into the Chevy products back in 2016. So I missed it by a year with my other truck, but it all worked out because now I got a brand new truck. But yeah, Crew Cab, it's amazing product, man. Like I said, there's sound deadening materials inside the fender well, so you don't get a lot of the road noise. Like now that I'm talking to you, it's not loud. And I do have the LTZ wheels on here that came with this package with the LT2, and I love it. It's just a nice truck, you know. I've gone ahead and changed a few things on it already. I ordered the Ronin Factory short antenna. I'm not sponsored. I just enjoy the product. It's a Ronin short antenna through Ronin Factory. Like, once again, ordered it off of eBay for about $25. It's a good product. The radio still works. I still get HD reception. It's good. And then I went ahead and got some step sides for this vehicle because I didn't have any before. And then now I also just got my windows tinted, which that's where I'm coming from right now. But I'm gonna step out the vehicle now that I'm getting home, and I'll do a little walk around of the vehicle. So it is windy right now in my hometown, so I'm sorry if it gets a little crazy, but here we go. Let's check it out. Let's go around. Alright, so big upgrade from the WRX. Pretty happy with it overall. This is my baby now. 2018 Chevy Silverado. I put those step sides on just the other day, but it's a great car, man. You've got the sound deadening material in the fender well. You got the tonneau cover. I'll show you that. 4-piece panel flip up. You've got the hydraulic tailgate so it doesn't fall down. My baby's Recaro racing seat stroller. But yeah, tow package. Plus you also got the HID headlights, LED daytime running lights, LED fog lights. It's just perfect. You're from Colorado, you know where that dealership is right there. So yeah, man, enjoy the truck, guys. So I'll be doing some content on the truck. That's the Ronin Factory short antenna. Yeah, so I enjoy the truck. We'll start doing some videos on that, and I'm also going to do some gaming stuff, so stick to the channel. It's going to be changing names. If you're still a Subi fan, keep it horizontal. Y'all have a good day. Peace.